So obviously at Premier, you guys manufacture a lot of different products, correct? My focus for this column is about collars, leads, harnesses, and it's such a basic item for a pet owner.
Sure.
So I want to kind of try to make collars and leads sexy.
Absolutely.
You know? So what can you tell us about Premier's collars and leads that would interest a pet owner in terms of style and functionality?
Well, we try to stay on top of our designs. It's fashion just like anything else, so the trends come and go. So we do try to be cognizant of introducing fresh designs, and honestly, we try to have a good marriage of high quality materials, supple nylon, really strong buckles, premium hardware, but then you also want it to look good. You want it to feel good, but you want it to look good as well. So we actually have a Fido fleece line that we often cross-promote the designs in between the coats and the collars.
Okay. Fido fleece, is that
Fido fleece is the dog coat. Yeah. So you've got styles like this. So if you're going for a fully coordinated look, you can coordinate.
They're designed to match together. Okay.
Yep. So in some cases we have some carryover with our collars and leads.
Okay.
What
did you call this? The ribbon?
It's the Fido Finery line.
Fido Finery line. Okay. How about functionality? I think I had in my notes something about harnesses and travel, pet travel.
We've got a couple of harnesses actually. We have our no-pull harness is called the Easy Walk harness, and it is a front leash attachment with a martingale loop that has a slight squeeze or closing effect as the dog pulls forward, and it's essentially like having power steering for your dog. You redirect him and he keeps coming back around to you. It's a very humane way to train and discourage your dog from pulling.
Okay.
So that is our Easy Walk harness. In terms of car travel, we have the Sure Fit harness, which does come packaged with a car control strap that you loop the seatbelt through and it attaches to the harness. But it serves two purposes. It's a great harness just in general. It's got 5 points of adjustability, so it's guaranteed to fit your dog perfectly. And it does have the car control strap, which essentially keeps the dog. I have a teacup chihuahua that goes everywhere with me, and so he loves, like, while you're going 75 miles on the interstate, to all of a sudden decide that he really just wants to snuggle and kiss you. And so this is just a product that keeps him safe, keeps him contained, and it lets you focus on the road while you're going down the path. So those are our big harnesses.
Okay. And then in terms of proper fit, what would you say are the most common mistakes pet owners make is it having the collar, like, especially with a harness, because like you said, there's 5 points of adjustment. So for it to work the best, what would you recommend?
I think there's two things that they need to be cognizant of. The first of which is buying the right product to begin with. Either knowing your dogs, most of the time the harness sizes are determined by the girth of the dog.
Right.
So having a decent idea of what your dog's girth is.
Actually measuring them.
Measuring, yes, and being
kind of like being fitted for a bra.
Exactly, exactly. And that most of the time, I would say people will veer on the side of being too large because they don't want it to be too small. An ill-fitting harness is an ill-fitting harness. You really need to get a proper fit, and that comes from having a little bit of knowledge before you go into. I mean, ideally you'd have your dog in the store with you, you can fit him right there. But if not, at least having that girth measurement before you go in to make the product purchase. And then I think a lot of people, probably myself included, they take the product out of the box, they fit it, they don't ever think about it again. And so, dogs get bigger, they get smaller, the harness gets wet, and that sort of thing. So just checking every so often to make sure that it's still a proper fit, that it's snug but comfortable, and that it's, especially for the harnesses that are performing a function, like the no-pull harnesses, a proper fit is really so key to them working. Our core consumer is going to be pet stores and retailers. You're welcome to call us. We're working on a store locator on the website, but in order to find a retailer near you, we just recommend either you go to premier.com or call us on our 800 number.
Okay. In terms of Premier, what are you going to be focusing on in 2010 and 2011 to increase sales?
Okay. Well, our genre has always been positive training. And so, you know, we like the fun fashion stuff. It feels good, but really buckling down and creating new products that help and encourage people to train in a positive way.
Okay. You're talking about dog training.
Yes.
Training their dog. Okay.
Well, we've just recently debuted our Funkity line of cat toys, and it's sort of the notch up from the catnip pillow or the ping pong ball. We have two. We have a Funkity twist and treat that's treat dispensing, and an exerciser which actually dispenses the cat's entire meal. So it encourages them to get up, be active, be stimulated. So mostly dogs with a little bit of cat.
Right. So in other words, just developing new product or launching new product that is really functional for the pet owner.
Absolutely.
Is one of the ways you're going to increase sales this year. Okay.
We've done a great job, especially with our Busy Buddy line. Toys are certainly a strong suit for us. Electronics have not been. We have really struggled with that. We've recently been acquired by Radio Systems, and they bring to the table an enormous ability and resources within the electronic market. So we actually, I work with the marketing department, and we have a very hefty and very robust list of new electronic products that are going to be coming out in the next 18 to 24 months that help tie back to the positive training genre. And it's something, the problem is we've had such a pent-up demand because we just haven't been able to execute it, and now that we have the resources to do so, it's like,
boom, go!
Everything's urgent, do everything immediately. So
that's what
we'll be seeing in the next 2 years.